Okay, so after you get NitroCELL installed and configured to work with your Creo session or Pro Engineer, you need to get it talking to an Excel file. The way you can do this is actually quite easy. You can either have a pre-existing file that you've already created within a directory, or you can have it create one for you on the fly. So I'm going to select the pre-existing one that's already here. You can just simply double click within the label here to open it. And notice that this is not really anything useful so far. It doesn't have any commands in it, doesn't have any functionality. So we could take an existing file that's already been created and just simply say upgrade the workbook. So by pressing that upgrade workbook button, it will connect to that worksheet and then upgrade the data that's already there. Now, the thing it doesn't do is try to fix existing worksheets. So that's what this message is all about. And it will tell us which worksheets it did not touch. But it did add in the bare essentials for what NitroCELL needs to run, which is our NitroCELL main sheet, which is the main sequencing sheet of operations that are going to be performed, and our matrix, which contains all of the functions and things that we need to be able to validate the relations and validate the function combinations. So once we've added that worksheet in there, the very next thing we need to do is tell it to do something. Well, we've got three primary ways of doing things here. So I'm just going to start out with an execute worksheet. We're going to execute it from the main sheet, and we're going to say do something. So this do something worksheet is what we call an execution worksheet. An execution worksheet is basically a list of instructions that you're going to send, and our main sheet is going to execute it first. If we needed to execute something else, like another one, let's say do more stuff, you'll notice that the main sheet here is going to run that first sheet, and then it's going to run the second one afterwards. So in this first sheet here, if we just want to do something very simple like select model and also select, let's say open, and then let's put in basket.prt and just say do it. It's going to take a second or so to connect to Creo or Pro-E for the first time. And then after it gets that initial connection, it'll run a lot faster. But so you can see just by that one simple command, it has opened that basket and loaded it in session. And it also went and tried to run the other worksheet. So it ran that first worksheet, which basically had the open basket, and then it switched to the other worksheet to try to evaluate any instructions that were there also. So if I wanted to put in another command, like for example, let's open something else, and let's say magnet.prt, you'll notice that it will, when I run this again, it will open the basket first and then open the magnet afterwards. So you can see here that if we go to our in session view of things in Creo, you can see that we have two things visible. So that's basically just how it works for working with an existing worksheet.